Tuh. Not today, buddy. Not today. I'm back, guys. Come on back. Come on back, guys. Yes, guys, come on back. Huh. Get thee behind me, Satan. Not today. Not today. Come on back, guys. Come on back. Let's see if we could get. Okay. Guys, pass me the charger. Rael, go ask Rael for the charger, please. Go. Papa, hurry up for the laptop.
Yeah.
Yes, go ask for my charger for me. Sorry, guys. So sorry about that. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. So sorry about that. I don't know what happened. It just froze and, but that's okay. Devil's a liar. God is good. We still here, right? Right. Thank you, Papa. So let's get everyone coming back in. Excuse me, Pops. Okay, Papa. Love you. I don't want you to show much because YouTube will take it off because you're a child right here. Right? There we go. Yes, guys, just waiting for everyone else to come back in. Right? And my phone is okay now. Right? Let me share it out, share this one out so that they could get the links. So sorry about that. So where was I? What was I saying, guys? If you could remind me. Forgot where I left off. Come on back, guys. Who remembers where I was? What I left off saying?
Move from there. I can't. The way I'm holding my phone, I can't look at it.
Yes, guys, I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened with the live. It just froze. Right? You guys remember what I was saying? Where I left off?
But it's not enough where it wants more. It's not enough where it won't print itself on.
Right. Woo. I think I was talking about her and losing her right foot. Yeah. My grandma lost her right foot. Yes, Andowa, thank you for coming back. So sorry about that. My laptop just froze. It just froze on me and, couldn't move anything. Thank you guys for coming in. Like the stream and share it out, whatever it is. Subscribe, all of that good stuff. So yeah, she lost her right foot in 1980 something, right? And when I went and saw her and her foot was in a cast and I was like, oh my goodness, what happened? And let me tell you, after leaving the country and being so sad and everything, and when I heard that I had to come back to Kingston to go live with my dad, I wasn't too happy about that, because my dad is strict and everything. But you see, when the thought of, seeing my grandmother, because my grandmother, like I said, is my mom's mom. So she lives on her own somewhere else, but in the same city, Kingston. And, knowing that I was going to be able to see her again, that brought joy to me. And when I saw it for the first time, it's like I was all the way down here by the gate, and she was in the house sitting down at the front of the door waiting to see me come, right? Because I don't remember who brought me to go see her. And the run that I ran to go to my grandmother and gave her a big hug. Oh my goodness. Like, that was one of the best feelings ever. You know, she has a way when she tells me, "Me love you, me dad, me granny, me love you, baby, me love you, me love you, Nikki." Oh my gosh, when my grandmother tells me she loves me, oh, if you don't feel that, hey, I'm telling you. But yeah, she lost her leg, and that didn't stop her. Like I was saying previously, she would fry fish and boil corn, and her corn was nice with pepper, not too full of pepper, just the right amount of pepper, well seasoned up, and she would sell it at the front of the gate where we lived, Maxfield, Whitfield Avenue, in Kingston, right? I think that Kingston 13. Never forget that, yo. Yes, and what? I have a lot of good memories with my grandmother. I have bad memories too from other things, but yeah. And living with my grandmother, she was strict, but you didn't really try to mess with her. It's not like she's beating you, or anything like that, but you just know that, she run things. You know what I mean? Yo, I have an uncle. He's the last one for her. He has so much names. He has so much nicknames. And that's the next thing I'm going to do. One of them things. Yeah, about names and Jamaicans. Nicknames. They call him Smiley. Them call him Cookie. Because he used to buy like 1 million cookie just to eat. My days growing up with him, it was Cookie. They call him Smiley because he's ever grinning his teeth. He's lost a few of them since. Not by getting them punched, but let's leave that one. Will the boy brush him teeth? Well, they call him Smiley. But I don't think they call him Smiley no more. They call him Cartoon. How much name that now? 3? They call him Cartoon. What's the next one they call him? I don't even know. But those are the 4 names I know. Cookie, Cookie Monster, Smiley, Cartoon. No, man, Trudy, where are you guys? What's the other name Smiley have? You get me? And him name Wayne. None of those names has anything to do with his real name. But those are a few of his nicknames. Yo, with my grandmother and her one leg, like I'm saying. Because he knows that my grandmother can't catch him to put some whipping on him, he would be so disrespectful, when he's upset and he can't get his way and my grandmother tells him to do something or whatever. He would get so rude and disrespectful and be running and, gone. He'll be all the way over there at the tree. I remember one time he was standing all the way over there, like by the mango tree. And my grandmother is inside. And he's saying all sorts of stuff to my grandmother, cussing and going on like he's some kind of tough guy, cussing up pure bad word, swearing and everything. And she's inside, but he could see her at the window and she's in there and she's not saying nothing and she's just in there. And my grandmother got one of her neighbors to go grab his little butt. One of the male neighbors, because we live in a big yard, tenement yard we call it. It's like a big yard, and then there's like, say, 4 to 5 houses inside that one yard with different families, right? And we lived at the back in a little square board house. You hear me? In a little square board house. So when you guys see me enjoying life and trying to do my best so I could bless my family, just know where I'm coming from. You get me? Because my grandmother has struggled with this one person here, right? So anyways, he's in there running off his mouth, and I forgot what the man's name is. Grab him and carry him, go give me grandmother. And I think the man held him, and he's still cussing and swearing and going. And my grandma just put the half of hole on her, the good foot. She put it down, planted on the ground, and she put the half of foot on him. And she get the belt, and she give him some whopping on him backside. She give him some whopping for him behind the scene. For the whole day, him still outside a cussing. For the whole night, he's still outside cussing. Yo, go, Papa, you can't come there. They're gonna stop my comments and stuff because a child can't be in the broadcasting. Okay? All right? They're gonna stop anyone from saying anything on it because a child can't be in the broadcasting. That's why.
Why can't they?
That's what YouTube says. That's what YouTube says. Give me a kiss. I soon come. Okay? All right, soon come. Soon come deal with you. Soon come. Yo, guys. Yo, I remember that day like it was yesterday. We laugh after him, his sister, laugh. Because he's being disrespectful, you know. Right? Because he know my grandmother only has one foot and she can't catch him. So he went outside running off his mouth, standing up by as far as he can away from her, still being rude and disrespectful, and a cuss up and a go on. My granny said, yeah, all right. Stay there. Okay. Presley, go see him for me there. I don't remember what the man's name is, but grab him for me there. The man chased him down and grab him and carry him straight to my grandma, yo. Don't play with my grandma, eh? But yeah, she was the safe place, yo. She was a safe place for me. She was the safe place for me. And the older she got, she became, you know, the one that, you know, was my strength. You get me? When I'm going through my hardships and stuff, like my memory falls back on her. And then it gets me a little sad because I'm like, man, why my granny? You know what I'm saying? Why my granny? You know what I mean? You know, I've heard stories, and I still remember things when I was even younger, little baby, like probably 2, 3, her bringing me on her neck. And, you know, she lived at this house that, you know, when I just came back or before, I don't remember what time it was. I was really young those times. She came for me. And when she brought me to the house with all my aunties and uncles and, you know, and cousins or whatever, like it was just home for me. It's like I couldn't stay up. So much joy and everything just being there. I couldn't stay up. I just fell asleep right there on the bed, you know. Remember watching TV from people's windows. That's before we had our own TVs and stuff. You know what I mean? Going to people's window and sitting up, you know, their window is open and sitting there and watching their TV because they're the only ones that had a TV. Like, you know, younger day stuff, man. But she struggled, man. She struggled with me, and everyone lived under one roof. You get me? My grandmother didn't put anyone out. They had to want to leave and go somewhere else, right? That's my grandmother, and I have that same kind of loving, nurturing, you know, kind of way about me as well, right? And like I said, when I came back to Kingston and saw her foot and everything and all of that, I was back and forth living with my dad and then going to my grandma, living with my dad, going to my grandma. And at one point when my dad migrated, that's where I was staying for the first half. And one boyfriend, wanted boyfriend at what, the age of 10 or was it 11? Probably 10. Yeah. You know, having little and one boyfriend and stuff. And my grandma wasn't having that. And outside, rain a fall. You know, when rain falls in Jamaica, you're outside in the rain playing up and down, eh? And I'm out there like a tomboy with the boys, then my cousins and my uncle. I didn't catch that one. My uncle and all the neighborhood boys, them, the yard boys, them outside. And not right now. Go to your brothers, please. Thank you very much. Yeah. And playing up in the rain. In the rain, having a jolly good time, jolly good time, making makeshift boat and everything, all acting like we're swimming and on the road in the water. My granny not say nothing more than wait until rain done fall. And I was supposed to go in and she said, hey, what? I just see the look on her face, right? And I'm at the door like, I hurry up and run and go bathe. It's outside shower and stuff. I ran to the shower and come inside, and me no remember if me get beaten that day there. I don't remember if I got beaten. I don't remember, if I got beaten that day, but boy, the fear, the look of fear, the look of death, basically. Just that look she had to give you for you to know that, you never hear for come out of the rain. Out there having a good, jolly old time playing in the rain like a tomboy with the boys and everything. Because that was me, I grew up with boys and stuff. I felt better around the boys, tomboy things I would do. Climb almond tree, pick almond, almond, whatever. And, just up and down the street and stuff, Me and my cousin, Lenny, always up and down all over the place, right? But my grandmother didn't let me roam street outside. Like, no, she wasn't like that or nothing like that, And my grandmother don't take nonsense. I heard that when because my grandfather, my mom's father, my grandmother had like 3 or 4 children for that one man, and I heard that she was pregnant with my auntie, the last child she had with him, and something about him having another woman or something like that, and the other woman was pregnant as well. And I hear that my grandmother cut her down, not literally with any weapon, but beat her with her big stomach, Both of them, go see 2 pregnant women fighting. No, sir. And I believe that's why my auntie was born a tyrant too. Because, my grandmother is just, she doesn't take nonsense from people, And I believe that's also why she doesn't have a husband right now. Because sometimes in order to have a husband, you do have to, you do keep up with a lot of nonsense, Men are not easy. And, my grandmother is just strong. She could do whatever by herself, on her own. And she has brought up my aunties and uncles and everyone like that, by herself. All of them. Strong. They are some strong set of people. You know what I mean? So I have to celebrate her not only today, but every day. In that one little board house, like I said, that we lived in, she made us comfortable in that house. I told you she's a great cook. So when she's not cooking, baking, she's making entertainment for us. We would play dominoes. We would play Ludi. We would play cards. We would play bingo. And so you always call the bingo number them. B1. N32. Like, always calling the number. She just sit down with the bingo bag. She just sit down with the bingo bag. Go on in that bingo bag. Calling out the numbers. She always bring always made us entertained. And she loves soap opera. My goodness. In those times in the early 90s, it was Santa Barbara, or the late 80s, early 90s. Yeah. It was Santa Barbara, with Cruz and all of them, Mason, and I can't remember the characters' names. And she loved Santa Barbara. Every morning, my granny used to wake up about 5 o'clock. And we have to get up with her, because Santa Barbara coming on, and then we have to get ready to go to school. And if we don't have any bus fare, me and poor Lenny walking all the way from Kingston 13 to Kingston 12. Or is it Kingston 14? Kingston 14, where Denhamtown Primary is, And those early mornings, like it has a different feel, Morning dew and everything, Trust me. That's why my cousin can't walk, so. I have a cousin named Lenny. The boy can't walk. That guy walked from a distance, I'm telling you. No one can outwalk him in my family. He walk anywhere. You get me? Trust me, man. Our grandmother is strong, and she passed that down onto us, man. Like I said, she loved soap operas. Then later on, it came to Young and the Restless. May I watch Young and the Restless? Young and the Restless, right? She's watching Young and the Restless. And she would sit down and cuss the TV. I want to see. Me can't take it. Yeah, man, Victor. Yeah, man, nobody not touch Victor. Ain't nobody not trouble Victor. Eh? And she hated Chris Tucker. When we're watching, what's that movie called with Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker? I can't remember what it's called. But when Chris Tucker's part comes on, my grandmother used to cuss him. Watch him. I can't take it, boy. He chat too much, man. Cause I'm like, why? He's funny. She's serious too, I can't take it. He burned me for the. I can't take it, boy. Why say you? Why him though? Him funny. Him chat too much, man. Watch it. Watch how them are gonna lick him in the. My grandma. She's too much, yo. It's too much. So like I said, she came to Canada in about 2002, and she enjoyed it. She enjoyed her stay for the most of it. She missed everyone back in Jamaica, though, because she's used to being the head of the family. She's used to being the head. Everyone comes to her. If there's problems going on down there, Sayu, this happened, Sayu, that happened, Sayu, everything is Sayu, Sayu. She's the head. You know what I mean? Oh my goodness. A pillar of strength, I'm telling you, right? And I saw it in her that she was like lonely no matter what. I said, I don't want you doing much, work and stuff, right? Because I want you work so hard. Hi, Sherry, how are you? I'm like, you work so hard. I just wanted to pamper her. I wanted her to lay back and relax, and for me to do what I can. And I used to go out there and work and come back. When I come back, my two boys would drive my granny up the wall. Mr. Rayshawn and Raheem. She put down her things, and them would be climbing in the next room, tearing it down. When I come home, Nikki, me can't bother them pitney and no listen. Me can't bother. Me say, Sayu, we not just whoop their butt. Sayu, you come to Canada, make them your pitney and control you? No, this is not my grandmother. Coming and letting these. Out of order Canadian pitney come around my granny. I'm like, Sayu, how you fi make them pitney around you? And when you're there Jamaica, you run it. When me there Jamaica, me put on my things. Nobody can touch it. Because these children, They don't know nothing about not touching stuff. No, everybody that part Lisa. True. My cousin's telling me that my auntie took over my grandmother's lead now. Now everybody's calling on her. Poor you. You have a big shoes to fit, my girl. No, sir. You have a big shoes to fit. One of the times, my auntie, Dunette, call us here because everything that went on in Jamaica when my grandmother was here, everybody called Canada, every minute them a call Canada. Sayu, this and that, Lisa man, a fight off win, and this. And one of the time, and my grandmother, me can't see it. My grandmother like she couldn't jump through the phone and reach back down there to go take care of things, And I said to my aunt, I'm like, Donette, wanna deal with it now, me a beg, Like, you can't just call me granny so and just, Me just want me granny come and sit down and put up her foot in her. But guess what though? She needed to do stuff because it was making her depressed. This country will make you depressed if you're not going around, if you're not busy and doing stuff and doing things that you like as well. I feel like my mom with my grandbabies. Yeah. Sherry, oh my goodness. They have a different way. Okay? She said, when me put on my things, nobody not touch them. Them ya beat me. Because I came home from work one time and I seen the alcohol close in reach. I mean, I said, Sayu, you can't put that down. Listen to me. When me put on my things, they're Jamaica. I mean, I said, Sayu, this is not Jamaica, though. And she get upset. I tell you, my grandmother is a tyrant. She cuss me off when she come to Canada. Cuss me off. Me, I tell her, me feel shame. She cuss me off. Me, I tell her. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I said to my aunt, like, could you guys just deal with it and just, I don't want to be stressing her out, but it doesn't matter whether they called or not. I later realized that if she was still here, God forbid. Today, I'm not sure if we would be celebrating today because my grandmother is the type of person, she needs her children around her. She needs her grandchildren around her. So everything works out for the better, when they say everything works for the good to those who love and trust the Lord, that's her. And I'm learning that from her. When you get older, you get wiser, She ended up going over to my dad's and my stepmom for a little bit. And it ended up that she going back to Jamaica. And I wasn't happy at the time because I wanted her here and I wanted her to live here and everything. But I realized later that she needed to be back home. My plan was to try and have her here and for everyone else to come up here in Canada and stuff. But her home is in Jamaica with all of them surrounding her like they are right now. And right now, from what I'm hearing when I call my family back on WhatsApp and everything and what I see, everyone is collectively taking care of her. No nursing home, nothing like that. They're taking care of my grandmother. You know what I mean? My God, God is good, man. Trust me. God is good. Yes, Cheryl, trust me. God is good. She knew how to keep us entertained. You know what I mean? And now she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's and dementia. Okay, no problem, Sherry. I know my thing was behaving weird before. The live before this just froze and I couldn't see, hear anything. So I had to start a new one. So yeah, I understand. I'm almost finished anyways. But yeah, Now she's surrounded by everyone, and she's still doing good. Whenever I call her, just a smile on her face and her knowing who I am makes me happy. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you so much. I'm happy having you. I love having you here. Right? Yeah, it makes me feel comforted. Yeah, to know that her children are around her, who's still around. Thank God. God bless us. God bless and keep us, on our journey, right? And she's lived to see her grandchildren, her great grandchildren, what I mean? Generations, from her, her generation, So that's blessings. I know that. I know that's blessings. When you're able to live, to see your children having children, that's blessing. That's 4 generation right there, right? If her mom was here, then it would have been like 5 or so. But yeah, I'm happy. So that's the story of my grandmother. She have the best story when rain a fall and lie. Yeah, my grandmother told me about a lot of stories. Hey, she told me stories. She told me that I had a great, is it a great grand uncle? I think my great grandmother's brother, who was a white man or something like that. Yeah. Hmm. I had a white man for an uncle. Yes, 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 yes. Great, great, great. So guys, trust me. You never know. We have to love each other because we are all mixed up. You never know. And he used to ride a horse, she said, back in the day. That means she was a child. Or is it no? I think it was her grandmother's brother. So not even my great grandmother. Great. So my great great grandmother's brother. So my great great grand uncle was white. Yeah. Was Caucasian. Yeah. Yeah. She told me some stories, I tell you. Yeah. She's told me a lot of stories, man. I'll cherish them. Yeah. She's smart too, man. She's smart. She's strong. Strong. You can't mess with her. Can't mess with my grandmother. I heard that a man tried to mess with her one time and she just threw some hot water upon him, come box my granny. Because he's jealous and think that, not saying I promote violence or anything, but if you get back, lick or something, you know what I mean? So, don't put your hands on a woman. No, don't do it. Right? So like I said, maybe that's why my grandmother don't have a man right now. And she don't need one. Have her children and her grandchildren, even her great grandchildren taking care of her. I called once, and my 2 second generation cousins who are like 5 and 6 or something, helping her to go in the room because she's sitting in the chair and she will not get up out the chair. Once she plants on the chair, it actually stays there to do everything, right? And both of them came, one holding one and the other holding the other. Come, Sayu, come go in the bed, right? Come go lay down. You know what I mean? That's blessing right there. She's not talking very much like how she used to be. 1 and 2 little, yeah, me there, watch her. She's smiling, you know what I mean? But she's still here, right? And I'm just thankful and I'm happy that you guys were able to come here and celebrate her with me. I thank you guys so much. That's my grandmother, Eugenia Campbell, Eugenia Jenny, Sister you, Sayu Campbell. All right? Thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming in tonight. Join me again next week, Friday. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about. You never know. You know what I mean? Drop me a line. Let me know what you guys would like me to speak about. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and all of that. The links are in my about, right? Or in the live right here. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and like the stream. Okay, so thank you guys for coming in. Love you, cuz. Love you guys. Thank you all for showing up, Lisa and what? Peppers. What's it? Peppers again? Peppers. Okay. Sherry, my cousin, Damien, Rochelle, all of you guys that came in today. Thank you guys so much. Have a great evening and have a blessed weekend. Okay. I'm going to continue celebrating for the rest of the evening and on. Right? Have a great one.
I was harvesting for you. Just like this thing right here. You know, I was thinking